God bless everyone. Welcome to Hike Reviews. Today we are reviewing the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. This is actually going to be an owner's review as I've owned this vehicle for almost 2 years. This is around the $50,000 vehicle and there's plenty of competition in this price range. But let's see what this Jeep Grand Cherokee has to offer. Starting from the front end, we have its signature grille, the 7 slots that it has. The cool thing about this grill, it does have flaps in it that open and close to cool the engine and give it the aerodynamics that it needs. It does have LED lights, which I'm going to turn on for you right now so we can see the beauty of those lights and what the lights has to offer. So as we can see, these are the LED lights. It does have an amber turn signal light and running light. The daytime running lights are actually the headlights. Now, if you get the higher trims, this is currently the limited trim. If you do get the higher trims, you have a light blue or white running light. And actually, this is going to be a running light for the higher trims and not this one. But for this trim, this is the running light. All right, as you can see, this vehicle is equipped with some LED fog lights down here, and this is the front of the vehicle. If we look down, we do have some fake venting, I guess, for design, and then we do have some real venting here to keep that engine cool, to keep the radiator cool. And right here, we have the radar hidden behind there, since you do have adaptive cruise control. And let's go around the vehicle to the right side. So this vehicle does include the black package, so everything is blacked out, all trims are blacked out, all accents are blacked out. As you can see, it has the 20-inch wheels all around, about 265 50 20, all blacked out, looks really good and sporty. And as you can see, we have the Grand Cherokee logo right here, and since it is a Jeep, we do have an American flag. So let me show you those turn signals. So we do have LED turn signals all around the vehicle, even on the mirrors. All right, let's keep going around. So you do have the plastic trim all around the vehicle. This is going to help protect the paint from debris and rocks. Since this is a lower trim, it does not get a painted trim around the vehicle. It's all plastic. So if we go around, we can see we have these are the tail lights with the LED turn signals, all red. We got rid of the amber. There's no amber here. And you have if your vehicle is equipped with towing, your towing will be behind this. And we do have some fake venting here. Could have kept it with paint and gone with the whole bumper all painted, but they wanted to add some design to it, so you can see there's some fake venting. Now, one thing that I dislike about this vehicle, we don't have exposed exhaust tips. Now, you would get exposed exhaust tips with the higher trim levels, but for this trim level, you don't have any exposed exhaust tips. And one thing that they could have done differently, they could have hid this the windshield wiper maybe right under here to give it that clean glass look that some of these newer vehicles have. But this one, the windshield wiper is exposed, so that way you can't see it, but it does the job and it gets your windshield clean. Now let's go around the vehicle. Let's check it out. Let's open up the passenger side. Let's see what it has to offer. So if we open this door up right now, you can see you do have some faux wood here. It does give it like a nice look, but it is faux. It's not real. But at this price point, you can't expect to have some real wood on there. But you do have metal door handles, which are beautiful, and they look very high end. You have leather around here and some plastic all around the vehicle. Now this does have the basic speaker system, so you don't have the Alpine, or if you go top end, it has the Macintosh sound system. But these speakers do sound good for your everyday driving. Now let's go towards the back seat. This vehicle is equipped with the captain's chairs. So if you can show them the back seat, you don't have the bench seat, it's the captain's chairs. And the one thing I like about this is that it has easy access to the third row if needed. You go right down the middle, and you're able to get to the third row. Very comfortable back seat. You do have, since this is a captain's chair model, you have your little armrest here. It's kind of flimsy, but it does a job by putting your arm here. You do have vents here. You have your storage here, and you do get heated seats in the back as well, and your controls to cool or heat your back row. Let's get back to the third row and see how large it is. Now, for the third row, for a full-size adult, it is a little bit tight in here. My feet are actually touching this chair, even though this chair is reclined back all the way due to the fact that we have a car seat here. But this for children, you shouldn't have any issues. You do have a USB-C and USB-A. You have a little cup holder here and your vents for the air conditioning. What do we have here? We have a completely updated interior with the digital cluster and a massive display right here in the center. Now, if you do have the trims below this one, you do have it does come with a smaller screen. So this one does have the updated larger screen. And let's go. Let's see what it has to offer you. Of course, you have your traditional connections here. It does come with wireless CarPlay, which is amazing, and wireless Android Auto, so you don't have to always keep your phone plugged in to enjoy that feature. One of the coolest features that it does have a fam cam. Very cool. You can see what's going on in the vehicle. Let me give you a little test on that. How you guys doing? What other features do we have? We have the third row headrest fold. Just in case those headrests are blocking your view, you can click that and you can get those to fold down so you can see better. Now let's take a look at the rear view camera. It's not a bad camera. It's pretty clear. It's got trajectory so you can turn your wheel and it follows along. Now let's take a look at the controls. We do have 3 different levels of heating. It does not have cooling for this model, but it does have cooling in the higher end models. We do have a steering wheel warmer, and the passenger also gets a seat warmer. Now, we do have knobs for the volume button and so for your tuning, and also all the buttons, physical buttons for your AC controls. But you do have it in the screen as well if you would like to use the screen. You did see a bit of a lag. It is a very kind of laggy software. If you can click on it, you can see the navigation took a while to open. If you go to home, it was pretty quick there, but there is some sort of a lag. You can see media did take a while to upload. Now, we do have a lot of gloss black here, which does look nice on the day of the purchase, but doesn't really age well. It does tend to get fingerprints and scratches fairly easily. And here is your storage. So you have storage right here, which you can close and open. You have all your USB slots A and C. And again, Jeep, what's going on with this aux cord? It feels like it's a decade old. You do have your regular 12-volt connection here. Want to plug in some dash cams or anything like that. You do have storage in the armrest. That's 2 different storages. You have your smaller storage here and your larger storage here for all your larger items. And it's very convenient when you have 2 different storages so you can separate all your knickknacks. What we have here is a digital cluster, and it's showing more of an analog style speedometer. If you do click this, you can change it into just a regular, basic, more simplified version of that. Now, what you also have here is your adaptive cruise control, which you can, lower it or raise it to how close you want it to be to a vehicle, which is really nice. But one thing that this vehicle is missing, that is an option that you have to purchase on the higher end models, is adaptive steering. So you don't get that with this vehicle. You just get lane assist, which pushes you back into the lane. All right, my cameraman's going to show you the storage right here that you have. So you have a bit of storage there if you want to store any of your documents or anything that you need to store. And another feature of this vehicle does come with a regular size sunroof, but this one does have the option of moonroof. So we can go ahead and open that, and you can see it's a full-size moonroof. It looks really good, and it's really enjoyable, especially out in the evening time. You can see all the beautiful stars if you're out of the city and enjoying the nature. Now, one thing that this car lacks is the ceiling. It is a lighter color, and in my opinion, if you have a dark interior, you should have a darker ceiling. Now, this one does have all the blacked out packages, and it's really weird that we don't have the black ceiling as well, because if you do get the altitude package, which is a lower package than this one, you do get a black ceiling. And that is much better if you have kids, because it is going to be less of a worry that it's going to get dirty, unlike this lighter color one. Another issue that I've seen with this vehicle as well is pairing the garage is kind of almost impossible. So as you can see, I have my garage opening here. since we are unable to pair the garage, and it's more of a common issue that's known. This vehicle does come with a regular rear view mirror, but if you were to option it out at the top of the line package, you do get a digital mirror. Now what we have here is all your seat positions that you can put up and down, front and back, and also your lumbar support. Now it would have been nice to see if it did have some thigh extensions, so that way it can comfort you on your long drives. So let's go back over here. We can see that we have all your adjustments for your lights, for your fog lights. You have an automatic mode, also for your interior lights, and you have your e-brake right here, and also your engine if you want to open it up. Now let's get into that trunk space and see what we have. Got your button in the back to automatically open that trunk. You do have a lot of room here. If you're going on any trips or to the beach, to the soccer games, to anything, you could put a lot of stuff in here. And plus, on the plus side, you do have some more storage here. Right here, I have some cleaning supplies, but you can put anything that you like. And if we were to close the back and open up the chairs, you can see it does get pretty tight in here. So you can't take too much stuff in the back when you have all of the seats open, but you do still have some good amount of space there. Now, one thing that's different from this vehicle that Jeep did differently is you'd be looking for a button here. It's not there. It is right here. To some people, it's inconvenient, but for me, especially if you're someone that's short or has issues like raising their arm, really easy, really soft. Just takes time to getting used to it, and just click the button and it closes the trunk. All right, let's get to see what's inside this vehicle. Let's go and open it up. Now, in this vehicle, we have a 3.6 liter V6. It's a fairly old engine. That is something that can be updated. If you do get the 4xe, the plug-in hybrid, you do get a 2.0 four-cylinder engine. I don't think that's enough power for this kind of vehicle. Something like what they have in the Wagoneer 3.0 turbo would be very nice to see, and maybe the future models of this vehicle. Now let's take this out for a drive. We do have that traditional spinning shifter. So let's go ahead and take it for a drive. Now, what I don't like about this vehicle is that it does have kind of a rough suspension. Not sure if the air suspension does make a difference. I'm sure it does. And it gives you that softer feeling when you're going over bumps and turns. But this one does seem to have kind of a bumpy, rocky kind of style ride. Now, the 3.6 V6 does give it some power. Since there is no turbo, you do get that immediate power. There's no lag to it. But it does feel heavy. Like it is kind of small for this engine. This does come with the V8, but I've seen that the V8 doesn't have an extravagant amount of power. It does still lack in its ability. And that's the review on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. I'd like to see your comments on what you think of this vehicle. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you like to see about it? Let me know. And I'd like to leave you with a verse of the day. That's John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he sent his only beloved Son, that whoever should believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Thank you. God bless you. And don't forget to like and subscribe.